Before my hair looked like this, it looked like this. It's been 8 years so far since I started seriously focusing on my hair care, but for the last few years, I've been stuck at waist length hair. To overcome my plateau, I have decided to get back on my hair care game for the remainder of 2025 to reach my goal of tailbone length hair by January 2026. Subscribe to watch how I achieve this goal and my progress every week. Okay, it's day 7. This is my day 7 hair. It's kind of stiff, so yeah, I'm not sure how good it lasted, but today I'm going to start off with flaxseed gel, pre-poo thing, and brush it out before I go in the shower instead of brushing out while I'm in the shower. I'm going to wash it with the same shampoo and conditioner as last time, and I got new products today, so we're going to be using these today. I think they're going to make a very useful difference. And then I'm going to use warm oils, but only at my ends, because the oil on my scalp didn't really dry up after all this time. Like if I put my hands in here, like it's oily. Like this is my nails without oil. This is the oil for my hair. So it didn't really soak up, and it's just trapped in there. Like the water dried out, but the oil stays. So I feel like it could just be sitting on there and not moisturizing and potentially causing clogged pores. But either way, I don't really want oil unsoaked in on my hair for a week. So that's why I got this scalp serum that I'm going to be using this time instead. So I said I was going to be closely monitoring my scalp. That is what I did. And I see that it starts to get a little dry and dandruff starts to show up by day 5. So thinking about washing my hair earlier than a week, like by day 5. Here I have my hair scissors to cut out fairy knots as I go, so I don't just yank through them as I comb my hair. I have my wooden comb oiled with rosemary and flaxseed oil, and then I have my flaxseed gel, which is watery to easily soak into my hair. My flaxseed water and oil have both been heated for this, as well as the water in my spray bottle, because low porosity hair takes in warm products better than cold. This entire process took me over 3 hours to do because my hair was very tangled, which is crazy considering I just had a wash day 1 week prior. But that is why this hair routine overhaul is very necessary, because I feel like I'll be able to do my hair in a breeze, improve its overall condition, and reach my new length and hair health goals after I establish my perfect hair care routine. And then I put a bag on my head to keep it from drying out while I ate dinner before I washed it in the shower. And this is my hair after I washed it. It does look like it took in water. It looked hydrated. It looks like that to me. And this is my new leave-in that I'm using instead of the spray. This is like a thicker consistency, which I think I'll show later. And I braided it and left it to dry for about an hour before I put the serum on. Well, I didn't leave it to dry. I put the leave-in on it while I braided. Nothing but spray bottle of warm water in the leave-in. I'm using no oil right now. It took me 10 minutes on each braid, which is average, but I'm not an expert braider, so they're like super bulky at the base, but it doesn't matter. I was taking these out in the morning to put my hair like usual. So I didn't really need to braid it. I thought that would help it dry faster, and I thought it would make it easier to put the scalp serum on, but it will be easier to put the scalp serum on without the braids because I really need to reach my scalp and the braids were in the way. So I clipped them a little bit after I braided them, but they needed way more than that. You'll see later how I trim them even more. Okay, braids are done. I just rolled them up to put them out the way. They're not that good, like especially at the roots, they're super bulky, but I'm just leaving them like this and then taking them out tomorrow and wearing my hair like usual. Here's my shedding from 1 week apart. They're kind of the same. So, but either way, both of these, we want to get less shedding than each. And I did not put oil on my hair. I just used the 2-sheet leave-in, and then I'm putting the scalp serum on in a second. Okay, it is now time for me to put on the serum. It's been about 1 hour, and it's dry enough. I'm tired and ready to go to sleep. Okay, I'm just gonna poke it through like that and just get it all on the scalp. Okay, then I'm gonna rub it in. I don't know if y'all can actually see anything that's going on, but I do wish I got that on the scalp a bit more. Maybe it's best to do this out of braid. Okay, so like right here, and I'm just gonna blend it in on the scalp. My goal for this is to use this instead of oil, and this I feel like will be much better because it's really made for hydrating. It's got hyaluronic acid, which is very good for moisturizing, so it likes assists the natural moisturizing properties of the scalp. I think that's what it said when I looked it up, but yeah, so I figured it would be a good idea. It's kind of hard to see right now to get this, and I'll see how it goes for the next few days, how this holds up on my scalp versus the oil, because the oil stayed on my scalp. I felt like it wasn't blending in and it was just sitting on top and it wasn't doing anything. So I mean, it could have been like causing clogged pores or contributing to buildup. Okay, and that's all for the hyaluronic acid on that side. Now I'm gonna do the next side, but my phone is running out of space, so I'm gonna put the hyaluronic acid on the other side, put this up, sleep with my headscarf on, and I'll be back in the morning to take out the braids. So I will see y'all in the morning. It is the next day. This is how I wore my headscarf. They have been slept on. So now I'm gonna take out the braids. I noticed yesterday, I was like, I don't even need to put these bands at the end of the braids and I can just start braiding them, but I got the habit of putting the bands at the end because when I first started doing my hair, I used to do a heatless and now it's stuck. So I'm gonna have to undo the braid first. I used to do a heatless stretching method and I'd put the bands at the end, like back in 2017, so that long ago. And that's why I always automatically put the bands at the end, but I'm not trying to stretch it. Okay, it's gonna take me forever to take out these braids, so I will be back. Wearing the braids overnight stretched my hair enough to make it easier to see what needed to be trimmed off. I think so. I'm not an expert trimmer, and this is literally me just starting to trim as often as necessary. But I don't really know what need trimming looks like, but I think I did good with it. I don't know. I cut off a lot, though. You'll see all I cut off when I'm done cutting it in the next clips. Yeah, I think it went well. I don't know if I got it even though, so you'll see me checking that soon too. I just winged that part. Good thing you can't tell with the way I wear my hair, so it doesn't really matter. My hair did always stay tangled at the end, so I hope this helps eliminate that and make brushing it more of a breeze. But I think I got it even enough, or at least, yeah, even enough. Okay, I'm officially done. That took about, I think it took about 1 hour for me to trim and undo the braids. But I really needed a trim. I'm not a trim expert, of course, but I just cut it look like it needed to be cut off. And I used these hair scissors that I got from Amazon. These are linked in my hair essentials below because they say when you use average scissors, you risk messing up the hair thing and causing even more split ends because average scissors are used for, if you use them for everything, then they're super dull. So I have these that I use just for my hair. I use those scissors, so I feel like even if I'm doing it wrong, at least it's okay. But like it's mostly even enough, especially when I wear it like this, you can't even tell. So the braids didn't really help with hair styling for me to wear it like this, but it did help stretch it out. That way I can trim it because I didn't even plan that. I was just like, well, I feel like braiding. I want to let it dry a bit before I put the scalp serum on. And so yeah, I braided it. But now I see braiding it is a good way to trim it. That way when you're done, when you take out the braids the next day, it's dry, it's a little stretched, and you can do some trimming. So I will be doing that at least once a month to do a little bit of trimming, like usually every 6 months. But since I'm going to be focusing on my hair and my hair seems to grow really fast, then I think I want to check it and do a little something once a month. And if I do it once a month, I don't think I'll have this as much to come off. But okay, y'all, look, the shedding from last night, and then these ends. So I don't know if I cut off a lot, but still got a lot left. So if anything, it'll be easier to brush, less rough ends, because I know as I'm brushing it towards the ends, it gets rougher towards the ends. So that means it could use some extra, the ends might be dry and it might be time to come off. Like, I don't think I'm behind on a trim because I had a whole detailed trim 2 months ago where I used a rat tail comb to really brush through every little piece and give it a trim. Is my hair growing that fast where I need to trim this much off again in 2 months? Because the length isn't changing. So that's why I think, yeah, I need to focus on my scalp, because if my hair is growing that fast where I have a big trim 2 months ago and another big trim now, my hair is still a lot and just as long, then that means it's growing a lot, but I'm not retaining length. I'm focusing on scalp care. I will update in the next video how the scalp serum worked out, because so far scalp is looking good. No oil, no dryness. When I itch it, flakes don't show up. Yeah, it was bad, but this will do. I think I need to redo it every 5 days because it took me a long time to brush it the first time. But I'm going to be following that same routine yesterday, but I'm going to use another hair mask next time. I'm interested to see how this scalp serum holds up the scalp, because so far so good. So like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.